Hello everyone, this is Phreak here with an audio commentary for WCReplays.com, likely my last, as I do have to leave. Yes, I was fired. Good game. Either way, hope you guys enjoy this. Enjoy this. We have yet another Night Elf commentary for you, this time versus a human. This one's on Wetlands, which is really kind of a stupid map to do it on, but it was a really good game. And this game was from the 10th, so it's like 2 weeks old or whatever. And I was like, okay, I have the game, and I'm going to record an audio and then put it off for 2 weeks. Because generally, whenever it was like a good time to search ladder, I searched ladder. And whenever it was a bad time to search ladder, I had like my roommate in my room, which is really stupid to record an audio commentary with your roommate in your room. He already thinks I'm retarded for playing Warcraft as it is. Yeah. So this time, finally, I've secured my rank 1 on Mortar because it's the 21st, so, you know, that cutoff was 9 hours ago. So now you know what time I'm recording it on. Anyways, and my friends are all, or I guess the sweet mates, whatever, they're in Tijuana, because I go to UC San Diego, and it's like 20 minutes to get down to Mexico, and they're having fun. And I kind of missed that cutoff because I was like asleep for most of the day. Either way, we have an audio coming up for you guys now. Right, and okay, I've already said the matchup. Anyway, this is against humans who go tier 3, who they get the mortars and the casters and the knights. Not so much the knights. Well, yeah, he does. Anyways, either way, it's how to deal with this whole tier 3 stuff. And honestly, like all the humans who say, "Oh, but it's so hard to get to tier 3," and you know, I have to master tier 2, otherwise I lose, and you know all this crap. Look, honestly, Night Elf cannot really touch you at tier 2. Here's what Night Elf has at tier 2. They have archers, they have hunts, they have dryads, and they have MGs, and okay, there's like dots and crap, right? And while those are all pretty decent units, they all have one thing in common. They get owned by rifles and water elementals, or militia, right? There's no, like, good tier 2 unit you can mass for a long time. The only reason mass tier 2 works against some races is because undeads who go gargs never make fiends, so they can mass dryads, and orcs, you know, you've got like dot in slow focus fire and all this crap. It works pretty well against orc. But against human, really, they have really good anti-caster, so your dots can't do anything. They have rifles to deal with dryads, and they deal with them really pretty freaking well. And you have stormbolt against heroes. Ultimately, Night Elf cannot end you at tier 2. I can't say that for certain. Like, no one's ever tried. I haven't tried. And, you know, I've never seen it, you know, attempted unless you're trying to, like, AP them and just win at tier 2, you know, going all out, and if it doesn't work, you're pretty much effed. But, honestly, I think, Elf can't really end human at tier 2 because of militia, you know, while as you see, you know, humans and orcs try to tower Night Elf is because their workers can't fight. They're the only workers that can't fight. Okay, yes, Undead, is gonna have 5 on gold that they can't get rid of, you know, because they need gold, but every race is going to keep 5 on gold. You know, Undead can pull out ghouls and, you know, use their main hull to fight. You know, Human can pull out militia, which are really freaking good. I think, of the workers, they have the highest damage per second. They're better than burrows. Except for the fact that, you know, they can be killed easier and they're not ranged. But, I mean, every race has workers that can actually fight against Elf. Which is, I think, why towers work so well against Elf. And honestly, like, a militia is better than, it does more damage than a footman. It has a lower cooldown, which means it attacks faster than a foot, but has the same damage. So I think it's so hard to end human at tier 2 that it's not really something you have to worry about. By the way, pause this thing up at the 30-second mark. Let's go for that. 30 seconds. I'm loading up the replay right now. And it's Disc Me Please versus Seofrin. Anyway, getting up to the 30-second mark. You can see in this game, I'm not doing this sort of up against the ramp base build kind of thing. Go ahead and turn fog off for this game. And just because like around this time I was deciding which one was better, and I think against the ramp base build is better, but you know, we'll talk about that later. And now some of you may be commenting about, oh, how human you know, survived with tier 3s because, well, he built up against the ramp, and I don't really think that's the case. I think even if he did have a standard base build, you know, he's still got militia that can just decimate archers, and you know, Archmage and Naga focus can do well against Demon Hunter. I think human is fine to take up to tier 3 against just about any race. I think they'd be okay no matter what. Anyways, let's go on to the topic of the game at hand. I've taken long enough, about 4.5 minutes, of just talking about, you know, theory instead of actually playing the game out. So let's go from the 1 minute mark, 1x speed. My point of view, if you want, Fog of War off. Let's unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. Alright, so I am just doing the standard sort of elf, being elf. There's nothing really special going on. I am just doing DH and archers and all that. And I think on wetlands, you should get a slightly later AOW. What I sort of discovered with archer builds after playing, good 200 games on something with elf, and however many before that, that if you get one on lumber and then the AOW, so you get the AOW right about the time your altar finishes, you get the second archer at the same time, because if you build the fast AOW, you get 5 on gold, and you build the Ancient of War. You have to wait on your second moon to finish before you can make your second archer. Now, sometimes that's useful because, say, on Turtle Rock, if you want to do the uproot creeping, you can get one archer route that you can uproot creep, and you go from there. That works fine. That's good for the fast AOW. But in this kind of a case where you have to actually build your moon well and get all that going on. And by the way, in this case, I kind of forgot to build my moon well. I did that once in every 10 games. I just forget to make the moon well. But with this kind of a build, with a slightly later Ancient of War, you get the second archer to start at about the same time. So it really doesn't make a difference, whichever build you do, unless you want that first archer faster. And in the case of building the AOW later, it gives you about 10 extra lumber. It's really between 5 and 10. Because unlike building other buildings where, if you start earlier, well, it finishes earlier, and you eventually make up the time, you eventually make up the resource loss. In this case, however, what's going on is, when you're making Nation of War, the wisp goes away. You no longer have the wisp. And so, by taking the time to, or by, not having the wisp anymore, you've actually just missed out on that money. So that's why I do this whole thing. Now, in this case, he's going to actually get his peasant killed by my tree, and I should have microed that, but is queuing up a wisp or something. Also, a bad thing I did is building that third moonwell. Don't do that. Just don't. I am also 2 wisps down. I should have a couple more wisps than I do right now. I only have 7 or something. That's bad. Just FYI. I should have, just done better. Now, at risk of sounding like I'm name dropping, I was playing Todd earlier on the GG client, and of course got raped. He's freaking Todd. I'm not that good. I can't beat him legitimately. He was telling me about what kind of mistakes I was doing. How am I supposed to win this game? Because I got kind of decimated. I was like, what am I supposed to do here? I didn't see an opening in the entire game of something I could have done to win, because he expanded, and I lost. Needless to say, I lost versus Todd. I'm a failure. Anyways, no, but as I was saying, he was saying about the harassment is, look, all you really should be doing. Okay, well, now this case is going to be anyway. Let's watch this. So mana burn steal for the win. It's kind of cool. But anyway, he was saying that, look, the goal of your harassment is to not lose too many hit points until you get boots. Once you have boots, you can go and beat the crap out of his army. Then you're okay. But really, what you want to watch out for is, do not take so much damage until you get up to boots. Anytime he's creeping, okay, go and try to mana burn the Archmage, try to do whatever damage you can to his to his army, but don't get caught up next to the creeps and by his army. You don't want to take damage, and it's so easy for him to just turn around, hit your DH, with the Foot's doing 10 damage a shot when you count the armor reduction, and his Archmage doing about 20. You only have 600 hit points. Counting some regen or whatever, you've got 600 HP. Which means it really doesn't take that long to actually end your Demon Hunter. So instead, you need to not tank a lot. And by the way, I've taken up 2 full wells because I've spent mana and all that. So I've lost, 2 full moons. So they're going to regen up to about 250 by the time night's over. But maybe I need that. Maybe he's going to try to push me, and I'm going to lose stuff. But either way, you can see he's got this sort of base block off, where I'm not able to attack him very easily without getting funneled. Meanwhile, he's gotten himself dust, and now I'm trying to get up this ramp, and so not worth it. He's got as many foots as I have archers, and well, okay, yes, now right here I can focus a foot, and I'm going to kill one. But luckily I don't have the base builds, so I can actually bring my archers back. But this is a bad fight for me. You shouldn't be in here because I've actually got Moonos that I can use. My DH is up in front pretty much. I'm doing a lot of damage, and now I'm going to try to. Now right here I should go for a surround on his Archmage, but I completely wasn't watching. However, I didn't get boots either. Crap, dude, I'm playing really stupid. But either way, when it comes to the point where he's got defended foots up in your grill, yeah, that was stupid. I know, it was on purpose. But anyway, you can't kill the foots with archers. They won't die. Don't even try. However, what I can do is make his Archmage TP. And that was his stupid choice by getting himself so injured. But, if he's ever up in coming after you like that, especially if you have boots, you really need to go and focus the Archmage, because you're not going to kill Foots. You can deal some damage to him, but as you're sitting there tanking the Foots with your Demon Hunter, because your Demon Hunter is more than half your damage output, your Archers are doing only a very small amount. Your DH is really doing everything for you. He's tanking there, and as I said, he's taking 10 damage a hit from each foot. And if you've used some mana burns, you're going to be very inefficient on your moon wells, and you're just going to you're going to run out of wells. Day's going to come, he's going to tower you, and you have no healing. You need to try to preserve moon juice for when day comes, and he might try to tower you. Like right here, see, his fight. He lost a TP and a foot, and I am going to have a moon well and a half, pretty much, for mana and all that. So you can see, I went after his Archmage, mana burned it, and canceled the healing and the clarity and everything. But and I'm trying to push. I can't actually do any damage. I can't walk up there. I guarantee you, I won't be able to actually walk up there. But I can focus some foots and try to do some damage. However, he comes in here, and my DH is freaking almost owned. But luckily, I can do all this cool stuff. But I'm going to start losing archers to Stormbolt, and this is what I was talking about. That you can't push on the human because he's got Bolt, for instance, maybe, and there we go, one archer. Nothing I could have even done to save it. It just got mass focused. Now I'm going to be retarded and lose my DH, but at least I can kill the MK. But that was just a stupid mistake on my part, and I probably should have been able to do a lot better. But making sure I try to micro and try to focus on some foots. I did get one of them, so I've traded an archer for 2 foots, and the heroes are a wash, because come on. And now I can't chase the Archmage, unfortunately. If I got boots, I might have tried, but just running back archers, trying to pull them back soon enough. And indeed, when he's not using defend, I have a lot of damage output against these guys. And yeah, just saving archers really well. Yes, I'm gonna have to eat up all my Moonwell juice, to account for all this tanking. But at the same time, I've killed like 4 foots. It was worthwhile. It's really his fault for not pulling the back, because he could have, for not using defend, because then all I would have had was Naga. And really, what he should have done is just focus the Naga Sea Witch and just kept defend on his foots. And I couldn't have been able to. I wouldn't have been able to do too much. Ultimately. So you can see, I've got 2 level 1 heroes, and I've got claws up here to heal. So you can see I rejuve the Naga. As you can tell right here, I've got now no Moonwells left, and day has just come. Okay, I've got like a total of 300 moon juice. Okay, so I can heal 600 hit points total. Right? That's all I've got. I've tanked about the maximum, because if he tries to attack, I'm going to need that to heal up my DH or something, for instance. But that's where Druids of the Claw come in, because then I can rejuve. So ultimately, I'm playing really sort of fluidly. I'm not making any major mistakes. Yeah, losing the DH kind of sucked, but as it turned out, it worked out pretty well, because I've still got my TP if I need it, and I won the quote fight of archers versus foots and everything. So I'm not doing too badly yet. Get some interesting items, and I've got 2/2 heroes versus the same thing. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is just survive and creep what I can until I have bears. As you can see, I'm getting the Master Training right now, and as soon as I do that, as soon as the Master Training's close to done, you should go attack. Now, if that creep cam had taken less time, I probably just would have kept going. Because essentially what you want to do is you want to arrive at his army right when you have bears, because you've been making them from tier 2 and partially from tier 3. And by the way, I ran back to get the staff, which is very freaking important. You can see he's making tier 2 for a while. He's gonna go up to tier 3 though. He's making enough units that he can win, or at least do decent. Okay, now I'm being stupid. I should have actually gone to fight. This is what I should have done, which I know now, but I didn't because I'm dumb. But I'm trying to creep out and try to get some higher heroes. Now, I guess partially what maybe part of what I'm trying to do is get drives with Abolish and get 50 food of an army, and then go try to deal with them. But I really should have just been fighting him, because I would have made him burn a TP. Actually, he doesn't even have a TP. If I had caught him outside his base, I could have even won this game right now. Because if you think about the timing, he would have finished his expo camp and then be down, midway between these two, and I'd be coming at him, and he'd have no way of easily getting a TP and doing all this crap. So you can see, but I get a creep check, and he has no TP, so I can do a lot of damage here. I'm just focusing right away on the MK, and doing quite a bit of damage there. I'm not going to be able to get a surround, and he gets a little bit of a block off with his WE. But, I killed a Sork and made him run, burned some mana off his MK. It's decent. I could have been a lot better, and that, it's my fault. But I'm going to try to slow him down with the Dryad a little bit, do some damage. He's trying to maybe block with his foot. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill the MK, but hey, I can kill a Priest. So I kill a Sork and a Priest. That's not too bad. It's a couple unit kills, and this WE isn't going to die. I wasn't watching, and I